Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unravel the financial mysteries behind the companies you think you know. And today we're looking at ENvue Medical Inc. Is their latest report a sign of solid growth or a carefully worded strategy to smooth over some bumpy roads? Stick around to find out what is really going on. Alright, let's dive into this. It is an 8K filing, which means it is about a significant event that shareholders should know about right away. Think of it like a company's urgent bulletin board. This report is from ENvue Medical Inc. A name you might recognize if you follow the medical device world. They're incorporated in Delaware with a commission file number of 001364445. Their common stock with a par value of $0.001 per S-hair trades under the ticker NIAV on the Nasdaq Capital Market. So the big news here revolves around their chief executive officer, Doran Besser. ENvue's subsidiary has signed a new employment agreement with him, updating the one from February. Under this new deal, Dr. Besser will be pulling in an annual salary of $360,000. This is before any taxes and deductions and is based on the exchange rate set in the agreement. On top of that, he is eligible for a bonus, which could be as much as $180,000. But this isn't automatic. It depends on how well he hits the performance targets set by the company's board of directors. It is a way to incentivize strong results. This agreement is considered at will, meaning either the company or Dr. Besser can end the employment with 6 months written notice. So it's not a lifetime contract, but there is a notice period to ensure a smooth transition. Now here is an interesting part about potential severance. If Dr. Besser's employment is terminated by the company without cause, or if he resigns for good reason, or if there is a change in control of the company and he resigns for good reason or is terminated without cause within 90 days of that change in control, he could receive a special payment. This payment would equal 12 months of his base salary at the time of termination, again after deductions. He is also entitled to receive severance pay that amounts to 8 1/3% of his base salary, plus details on pension and insurance contributions. This seems to be a standard retention and severance package to protect key executives. ENvue Medical is also going to set up a study fund for Dr. Besser. Every month, 2.5% of his base salary will be deducted and put into this fund, and the company will add another 7.5% of his base salary. This is all capped by Israeli tax rules for tax exemption. When his employment ends, all the money in this fund goes to him. It sounds like a long-term savings or investment plan, possibly with tax advantages. Looking at equity, Dr. Besser will be granted 180,000 restricted stock units. These units represent about 9% of the company's outstanding common stock, calculated on a fully diluted basis. This is a significant chunk of ownership designed to align his interests with those of the shareholders. And it gets better. He'll get more restricted stock units each year on the anniversary of the initial grant, as long as he is still employed, to ensure he keeps that 9% equity stake. This is a strong incentive for him to stay with the company for the long haul. Now, switching gears, there is also a significant change in the financial leadership. Stephen Brown has stepped down as Chief Financial Officer. Taking over as Interim Chief Financial Officer is Nicole Fernandez McGovern, through a consulting agreement with her firm, RCM Financial Consulting Inc. This agreement starts on the 18th of December 2025. Ms. Fernandez McGovern is 52 years old and comes with a wealth of experience. She was most recently the Chief Financial Officer at NLS Pharmaceutics Limited from October 2024 to November 2025. During her tenure there, she guided the company through a successful merger with Cadamastem Limited, which was completed in October 2025. She then helped with the transition to the new combined company NewSelx. She boasts over 25 years of experience in finance, operations, and leadership roles across both public and private companies. She is currently the president of RCM Financial Consulting, providing strategic advisory and CFO services. Before that, from October 2023 to May 2024, she served as interim CFO for Hayden AI, a smart city technology company. In that role, she supported capital raises of $115 million and was involved in a massive $700 million contract with New York's Metropolitan Transportation Authority. That is some serious financial horsepower. From 2016 to 2023, she was the CFO and Executive Vice President of Operations at Aegigal Aerial Systems Inc., a publicly traded drone manufacturer. She managed their global financial, operational, and manufacturing departments. She also served on the board of directors and as audit committee chair for Go Global Inc. from 2011 to 2023. She holds a Bachelor of Business Administration and a Master of Business Administration from the University of Miami. Plus, she has been a certified public accountant in Florida since 1998. She also sits on several other boards and is fluent in Spanish. Under the consulting agreement, Ms. Fernandez, McGovern will receive an annual salary of $300,000 plus reimbursement for certain expenses. This consulting arrangement can be ended by either party with 60 days written notice. Her responsibilities will include technical accounting review under GAAP and CC rules, leading impairment testing and going concern analysis, handling complex accounting judgments, and ensuring the accuracy and completeness of the company's financial statements. Essentially, she is there to ensure the financial house is in order, especially during this transition period. It's also worth noting that there are no family relationships between Ms. Fernandez McGovern and any of ENvue's directors or executive officers, and no conflicts of interest that need to be disclosed. And finally, under item 9.01, the company lists the exhibits filed with this report. This includes the employment agreement for Dr. Besser and the consulting agreement for Ms. Fernandez McGovern. There is also the standard cover page interactive data file, which is basically a digital file for data analysis. For the signatures, it is signed by ENvue Medical Incorporated, formerly Nanovibronics Incorporated, on the 23rd of December, 2025, by Doran Besser, Maryland, in his capacity as Chief Executive Officer. So let's talk about what this all means. The company is reinforcing its top leadership with a new employment deal for its CEO, Dr. Besser, offering him significant equity and financial incentives that tie him closely to the company's performance. This suggests a focus on long-term stability and growth under his leadership. At the same time, they brought in a very experienced CFO, Nicole Fernandez McGovern, on a consulting basis to navigate financial complexities. This move might indicate a need for specialized financial guidance, perhaps in preparation for future growth, a restructuring, or to ensure robust financial reporting. The severance packages and equity grants for Dr. Besser are substantial, showing the company's commitment to retaining its key executive, but also its potential exposure if things go south. The hiring of an interim CFO of Ms. Fernandez. McGovern's caliber suggests they are prioritizing strong financial oversight and perhaps looking for someone to set up robust financial systems. Her background in mergers and acquisitions and public company finance is particularly noteworthy. The company seems to be taking steps to strengthen its operational and financial backbone. The key risk here is the financial health and operational execution that will determine whether these leadership moves translate into tangible business success. It's a move towards solidifying the executive team, but the real test will be in the results they deliver. Alright, that is our breakdown of ENvue Medical Inc.'s latest filing. What is your take on these leadership changes and what they signal for the company's future? Do you think the new agreements will drive growth, or are there hidden risks? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable to you, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. Don't forget to check out our Discord community linked in the description for more discussions and insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Corporate Decoder.